Welcome to Wisconsin, where the news can get as wild as our cheese curds are squeaky. Today, we dive into the weirdest stories this state has ever seen. From bizarre animal encounters to head-scratching historical oddities, Wisconsin has a knack for producing stories that make you tilt your head and say, "Wait, what?" Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey through the strange and wonderful world of Wisconsin's weirdest news. Get ready to meet some unforgettable characters and discover the unique brand of quirky that only Wisconsin can offer. Let's start with a trip back in time. Wisconsin's historical photos show us a state that's always been a bit unconventional, but nothing beats the tale of the Hodag, a beast so fearsome it was said to roam the Northwoods, making Sasquatch look like a house pet. Picture this. It's 1893, and lumberjacks in Rhinelander are telling tales of a monstrous creature with horns, claws and glowing eyes. Newspapers across the country ate it up, and the Hodag became a national sensation. Even today, you can find Hodag statues, souvenirs, and even a festival dedicated to this mythical beast. The Hodag reminds us that Wisconsin has always had a soft spot for the strange and unusual. Fast forward to today, and Wisconsin keeps the weird alive and well. Remember the guy who had a dental drill bit lodged in his lung? Yeah, that actually happened. Or how about the wandering bear, casually strolling through a suburban neighborhood and taking a dip in a kiddie pool? And who could forget the great zebra escape of 2022? A herd of zebras led police on a merry chase through the streets of Waukesha County. These are just a few examples of how Wisconsin continues to defy expectations. We're a state that embraces the unexpected, where reality often feels stranger than fiction. For those who love a good scare, Wisconsin's got you covered. Our state is practically overflowing with tales of cryptids and urban legends. Take the Highway 12. Hitchhiker, a ghostly figure often described as a young woman in a white dress, reportedly spotted hitchhiking since the 1960s. Some say she's the spirit of a woman who died in a car accident searching for a ride home. And then there's the Siren Bridge, where mournful cries can be heard echoing from the bridge at night. Whether it's the wind whistling through the trees or the wails of lost souls, the Siren Bridge remains a chilling reminder that some stories never die. These tales tap into our deepest fears and remind us that the world is full of mysteries we may never fully understand. Animals in Wisconsin often seem to have a sense of humor, or maybe they just like to keep things interesting. Remember those escaped zebras? They weren't the first animals to go AWOL in Wisconsin. Back in 2010, a kangaroo hopped the fence at a petting zoo and led authorities on a wild chase through the streets of Madison. And who could forget the wolf with a branch stuck in its teeth? This poor guy was spotted roaming the Northwoods for months with a sizable branch wedged firmly between his canines. From mischievous raccoons breaking into breweries to deer crashing through storefront windows, Wisconsin's animals never fail to entertain. They remind us that even in the midst of chaos and unpredictability, there's always room for a little laughter. And then there are the human stories. Take the man who fought charges for having relations with a deer carcass, arguing it didn't harm the animal because it was already dead. Or how about the case of the phantom noise that plagued a Milwaukee suburb for months? Residents reported hearing a low-frequency hum that seemed to vibrate through their very bones. Turns out it was a malfunctioning factory fan miles away. And who could forget the woman who called 911 to report that her sandwich was too spicy? These stories, as bizarre as they may seem, remind us that everyone has a story to tell. Wisconsinites are a special breed, full of quirks as unique as our cheese varieties. From ghosts to beasts, from bizarre animal escapades to human eccentricities, Wisconsin's weird news stories are as unique as the state itself. Thanks for tuning in to our trip through Wisconsin's weirdest. Remember, in Wisconsin, the only thing more certain than death and taxes is that there's always a story weirder than the last. So embrace your inner oddball, celebrate the strange and wonderful, and never be afraid to stand out from the crowd. For more tales from the cheese state, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Until next time, keep it weird, Wisconsin.